All right, let's bring on our next guest.
All right.
Who is?
I love this guy.
Luis from Wynwood Brewing. How are you?
You're like a straight-up Brewbound VIP now.
Am I? I don't know about that.
You won the Startup Brewery Challenge, and now
Yep.
you're a judge.
Yeah, that was.
How does that feel?
That was surprising to get the text to ask to be the judge. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to drink some beer. I heard we got some good breweries. So
Yeah, absolutely. So let's back up a second, talk about the Startup Brewery Challenge. John, why don't you tell our viewers exactly, for those who are not familiar, what is the Startup Brewery Challenge?
It's a pitch competition. Luis was the one last standing last time around. We got 9 brewers that are going to come on later after lunch. Give a 3-minute pitch. There's a panel of judges, including Luis, some other folks from CBA, sampling the beer and determining who they feel is the best pitch, the best positioned brewery for growth and success. Or, what do you think? What are your thoughts on what makes a good pitch and what would make a great winner in this competition?
Definitely good beer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's important. Marketing. I think Carmen kind of hit it in the head too when she kind of did her little spiel earlier. Was knowing who you are, knowing your story, good story, genuine.
Right.
I know Andy was talking about kind of transparency and honesty, and I think that's key for a brand.
Now, one of the great things about winning the Startup Brewery Challenge is that you get to go to Portland and work with some of the finest brewers that Craft Brew Alliance has. I mean, and we call that the learning curve is the program that you're involved with. Tell us about the learning curve and what you got out of it.
So I got a chance to take some of my staff, which I believe they're watching streaming right now.
Hello,
so
staff. Good to see you. Hey, Wynwood. Wynwood rocks. Sorry.
So it was fun. We got to go to Portland. We got to brew and check out their amazing systems. Mm-hmm. It was really nice because they literally opened up all their doors to us. There wasn't one question that they wouldn't answer. So for me, that was pretty impressive. A large publicly traded company. You would think that everything would be behind a vault. And they were awesome. I mean, meeting with their operations team, their brewing team, their supply chain team, their sales guys, drinking beer, good questions, good conversations. So for a small, startup, we're going to be 3 years now in August. It was for us. It was great. It was an awesome learning experience.
It sounds like they're walking the walk and not just talking the talk. They're looking for this honesty, transparency. You're bringing your father here today. You like kind of ooze that just sitting here talking to you. I've always thought that, but it's nice to know that CBA, even though they're not really a startup at all, that's what they're looking for, and that's what they value, and that's what they're providing.
Sure. So we also had a chance to sit with Rob and Kurt Widmer, and you can kind of see that kind of falls from top down, bottom up, whichever way you want to look at it. But the whole culture is, it's the culture, and that's very refreshing. For, like you said, I mean, it's a 30-year-old brewery, and it's great. I mean, great leadership. I mean, Andy's talk today was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
powerful stuff.
Yeah, very powerful, very thought-provoking. So yeah, it was an amazing experience.
Now, complete opposite end of the country than where you guys are.
Right.
Tell us about your home market.
All right, so I mean, South Florida, we got some great breweries. It's very young. I think we're market share is very small right now. We're definitely growing. A lot of people are constantly expanding, constantly growing, just because it's pretty like last frontier almost. I mean, some of the folks are talking about developed markets, which is great, but for us, there's so much opportunity in South Florida and Florida overall, and I think it's there's room for a lot more breweries, I think. Down there.
Now, one would think that the refreshing beers, because of the seasonality, the warmth of Florida, especially in South Florida, is a big thing for consumers. How are you addressing that demand?
So we're not. I mean, no, we are. But I mean, we're a brewery that focuses a lot on brewing beers that we like to drink.
Yep.
So I mean, one of my personal favorites, Pop's Porter, our porter that we won gold medal at GABF. So we're kind of brewery.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
So we're a brewery in Miami that makes a kick-ass porter. So we're not necessarily following the norm. We got our flagship though is a blonde ale. Does really well. We can barely keep up. We also do love making lagers. Our brewing team is very good at making some lagers. We just don't have the space for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
so,
real quick, like Wynwood. I mean, that whole neighborhood is known for not being like cookie cutter, right? That's what the whole thing is about. So that you guys have this awesome porter in like this hot place is kind of embodies Wynwood. I mean, we had our podcast with Ken Sadowski, and he lives down in Miami, and he was calling out Wynwood, loving the neighborhood, and for that reason. So I love that that's what you guys are doing. And
Ken Sadowski, a beverage giant in the non-alc set, but John touched on you're expanding your brewery pretty soon, right? Or are you in the midst of it right now? Can you tell us a little bit about some of the details about that?
So, I mean, we still are still in the planning phases. So I can't really say anything because nothing is really concrete, right?
Give us an idea of the size of the brewery that you envision.
We envision a larger brewery. I mean, right now we have about 7,200 square feet. We have a 15-barrel brew house. We're pretty packed. What our guys do as far as logistic is pretty impressive. So we're looking to get more space. So we're looking at about paying 30,000 square feet, give or take. Mm-hmm. We're looking at a larger system, most likely a 50-barrel brew house. So what all these guys were saying not to do, to invest big and go it, that's kind of what we're doing. Yeah. Just because we see the potential in our market. We have a lot of pull. Our beers, thankfully, is doing really well in the market right now. We've got some great partnerships locally, so we just want to lose on opportunity.
It's worked out for you so far, so... Yeah. Well, good luck with that. Luis, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having us.
Congratulations on the big win last year, and good luck in judging this today.
Yeah, enjoy some of those beers. I'm going to go catch up with you later on that.
All right, cheers, John.
Outstanding. I'll take
cheers,
a break. Thanks so much.